Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Saraswatyaya Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Samasta Jana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahmavidvaram Sadgurum Brahmavidvaram. Om Shuklam Varadharam Vishnum Shashivarnam Yaturbhujam Prasannavadanam Dhyayet Sarva Vignopashantaye Vyasam Vasishta Naptaram Shekte Pautramakalmasham Parasharatmajam Vande Shukadatam Taponidhim Vyasaya Vishnurupaya Vyasarupaya Vishnave Namo Vai Brahmanidhaye Vasisthaya Namo Namaha Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayet. Om Namo Vasisthaya Mahābhārata Parāsharam Vedanidhim Namasye Namostvanantaya Mahoragaya Namostu Siddhebhya Ihakshayebhya Namostu Rishibhya Paramam Paresham Deveshu Devam Varadam Varanam Sahasrashirshaya Namah Shivaya Sahasranamaya Janardhanaya. Next question, 49th shloka. Yaksha uvacha Kim brahmananam devatvam kascha dharmas satamiva Kaschaisham manusho bhavaha kimesham asatamiva. No, question was asked by Yaksha. 4 questions again. He said, Kim brahmananam devatvam. That is brahmananam devatvam kim. He said that means what is the devatva, divine nature of brahmanas? What is the nature, divine nature in the brahmanas? What is it? That's one thing. सूरज संबल बालाजी था इसको छोटा करो. This is not balancing because of the disproportionate length of this. इसका ये length कम करो. लूज करो. Is getting doubt. So, Devatvam Brahmananam Kim? That's the question. Question is, what is the divine nature in Brahmanas? First one. Second one was, Kascha Dharmaha Satam Iva. See, what is their dharma or right conduct here? Similar to that of good. Meaning, see, an ordinary person, the child's goodness is different from elder's goodness, is it not? A child, if he gets up early morning, is a good thing. And you and I gets up early morning is not a good thing. You have to do it, that's all. It is not a Vishesha Dharma in us. It is nothing special about it. Surprisingly, child offers something, or he drops something, or he shares something, surprise quality. And if we don't do it, If you do it, it's not a surprise. Similarly, general goodness of Brahmana is everybody is there. But what is that? Similar to that of good people, satam iva kashta dharmaha. So what is their right conduct? Similar to that of good. If they are good means what? That's the meaning. And third question is, kascha esham manusho bhavaha. And in what consists their ordinary nature? Manusho bhavaha. In Brahmanas, what is their manusya bhava for Brahmanas? And kim esham asatamiva. And what is in it? What is it in them similar to that of bad? So first one is, what is divine nature? Kascha dharma sadami. What is there? Something good, right conduct, dharma, similar to that of good. And what is their ordinary nature? And also what is there in it? Something similar to bad. That's the question. Now, Yudhishthira Uvacha. Yudhishthira says, Swadhyaya esham devatvam tapa esham sadamiva maranam manusho bhavaha parivado satamiva. Now, Bhagavan says, Yudhishthira says, knowledge of the Vedas is their divine nature. So what is Devatva in Brahmana? Tva means what in a ness? Essential, without which they were no more cannot be called as Brahmanas. So what is the essential nature in them is knowledge, Swadhyaya, divine knowledge, that is knowledge of the Vedas. Nitya Swadhyaya, knowledge of the Vedas they must have. Minus knowledge of Vedas, then they are no more called as a Brahmanas. First thing. And we will analyze this question now. This is one we will first analyze now. It says, the Shruti, Taittiriya Araṇyaka, it very clearly says that Devatas reside in the Brahmanas. Devatas reside in the Brahmanas. Which Brahmana? That Brahmana who has got the knowledge of the Vedas. A Brahmana, not merely by birth, but who has got the knowledge of Vedas, in him Devatas reside. Yavatirvaihi Devataha tas sarva Vedavidi Brahmane vasanti. All Devatas reside in Vedavida Brahmane vasanti. Vasanti, they stay, they remain. Tasmat, therefore, Brahmanebhyo Vedavidbhyo dive dive namaskuryat. So beautiful. Taittiriya Araṇyaka says, therefore, Brahmanebhyaha, to those such Brahmanas, who Vedavidbhyeha, Vedavidbhyaha, those who are knowledge of, who possess the knowledge of Vedas, knowers of the knowledge of Veda, to them, dive dive, every day, namaskuryat, one has to offer prostrations. Now here in Mahābhāratam and also in our Shastras we saw, Brahmana means what? Not Brahmajnana Sampannaha, that is Rishi, a great Muni, a great Tapasvi. In that sense only the Brahmana word has been coming again and again in Mahābhāratam. So, here very clearly says, why Brahmanas, Devatvam? Because the one who has studied the Vedas, knowledge of the Vedas, in such a Brahmana, Devatas reside. So, and the Brahmana in whom Devatas are residing on account of his knowledge of the Vedas, such Brahmanas are to be worshipped. We have to offer the prostrations to them again and again. Dive dive namaskuryat. And Mahābhāratam, Bhagavan Krishna says, it will come in future maybe. As I remembered, this sloka we have not studied. I might go wrong or I might be wrong, I might be correct. Bhagavan says, Krishna says, Daivadhinam jagat sarvam mantradhinam tu daivatam te mantra brahmanadhina Brahmane mama daivatam. Bhagavan Krishna says. He says, Jagat sarvam daivadhinam. The whole universe is dependent on God. Daivadhinam jagat sarvam. And Acha bhai, Jagat sarvam daivadhinam. All on God's and in their hands God. And where is God then? In whose adhina? Mantra adhinam to daivatam. And gods are mantra adhin. Mane they are responsive to the mantras. They can be invoked through mantras. When you are mantra chanting Ishtadevata mantra, they surrender. They become our servants. Meaning what? They serve us. They fulfill our wishes. That's the meaning. So, mantra dhinam tu daivatam. Then where are mantras? Te mantraha brahmanadinaha. See, beautiful. And those mantras are there under whose control? Brahmanas. Very wonderful. Because they have the knowledge of the mantras. Te mantra brahmanadinaha. Therefore, Bhagavan Krishna says, Brahmane mama daivatam. So, Brahmana is my God. Who says Bhagavan Krishna? It's wonderful. So, Daivadhinam jagat sarvam mantradhinam tu daivatam. Te mantra brahmanadhina brahmane mama daivatam. Therefore, Brahmana is, the daivatvam in Brahmana is none other than, what is the question? The divine nature of Brahmanas. The divine nature of Brahmana is Swadhyaya, or the knowledge of the Vedas. Very one. Essential dharma in them. So that's how Yudhishthira answered. And second question was, Kasya dharma satam iva. What is their right conduct similar to that of good? Think. See, जिसके पास बिल्कुल पैसा नहीं है, out of which he gave 50 paisa or 1 rupee to God, whatever he has, out of 2 rupees or 1 rupee, and his charity is greater than a rich man just throwing 1 rupee. So here this man is a tapasvi. He has done a real dana. He got a punya more than what a rich man can get. So where is the goodness? You cannot say that because though equally donated 1 rupee, but their phala is different. Similarly here, what is the goodness in the Brahmana equal to what is their main importance? Similar to that of good. Kastha dharma, what is the right conduct? And Yudhishthira answers their tapas is similar to that of good. Tapas in them is that of similar to. Now what is tapas? So here mere information about knowledge, Vedic knowledge doesn't really make one a Brahmana. So what is the answer given? Tapas also is to be added. That is, what is tapas? Whatever information I got is not enough to make me a Brahmana, but tapas alone makes one a good Brahmana. Tapas here means what? You can say externally sadachara, shishtachara, sadachara. Internally samadamadi, guna sampannaha, shama, dama, ityadi. Internally. So that means in these two qualities in a Brahmana is right conduct similar to that of good people. If the Brahmana is maintaining that, then he is good. Very beautiful answer. Wonderful knowledge he is giving us to all of us. Now, what is that? Kascha esham manusho bhavaha. What is their ordinary nature in them? Human nature. The answer is mortality. They also die. That is their human nature. It's beautiful. The divine nature is Swadhyaya. And the right conduct is tapas, that is a good. If a Brahmana is really tapasvi, then he is a good Brahmana. So if Brahmana cannot claim, no, I am really good because I am a tapasvi, therefore I am extraordinarily superior. No. You are supposed to do tapas. Just as Gurudev said in one of his talks, that a person has done what he is supposed to do. If a person does what he or she is supposed to do, then such a person need not be awarded Bharat Ratna. Gurudev said, why should you be awarded Bharat Ratna? For the job you have done, actually what you are supposed to do, you have done. Beautiful point. So similarly, tapas, the Brahmana is doing tapas means something need not be praised or something. He is supposed to do it. So that is the good nature. And the third is mortality is their human nature. Means manusho bhavaha, manushya bhava. The question is what? Maranam manusho bhavaha, swadhyaya esham devatvam, tapa esham satamiva, maranam manusho bhavaha, parivado satamiva. Maranam, mortality is their manusho bhavaha. That means what? However great a person might be, he or she has to shed the mortal coil one day. Whether you are wise or ignorant, the human nature is common. At least, what is the human nature common? Sharir chodna, mortality. You are not permanent. Here, manusho bhavaha. What is the manusya bhava actually speaking? Manusho bhava is nothing but love for the body. That is manusya bhava. Identification of the body. And what is manusya dharma? That it falls off. A Brahmana is not identified with the body. Ordinary man is identified with the body. But death is common, whether you are wise or ignorant. Now, next one. Parivado satamiva. Kim esham asatamiva. Now tell me what is there? Maybe something which is equal to bad in them. Bad, that is similar to that of bad people or bad. Parivadaha, ninda. If you know, if an ordinary cheap person is talking about or blaming or fighting, okay. But a wise man should not bring out such kind of abuses, scoldings, talking about scandals or involving in scandals. That is not expected of him. Then if such a person is what do you call India, so his punishment should be more than an ordinary man. A wise person, a jnani, a knowledgeable man, if he makes a mistake and an ignorant man makes a mistake, so ignorant should be punished less and the wise person should be given more punishment. Think. Similar to that law, actually we cannot implement this law. Now who is, immediately you bring any law, only human beings in the courts we fight. Now define what is his wisdom. That's the reason why the divine laws are not available to us, lucky, because it executes automatically. Unquestionable law is there. But somehow similar to that, in our courts also, a man under maybe pagal, he mistakes some mistakes, mentally retarded, commits a crime, and if it is proved, a punishment is reduced or acquitted. Think. So here, the mortality and parivada is this kind of talking involving in scandals or talking about scandals and cheap talking. There is a statement in English, I forgot as it is, but then I try to remember. What was that? Good people talk about goals and ordinary people talk about personalities and something like that is there. Whatever it is. Cheap, third-rate people need to involve about people. they talk about people. Some talk about incidents, some talk about goals. The best people, they talk about goals and achievements. Middle people, they talk about events and incidents. And third-rate people talk about people. So a Brahmana is not expected. So that is a bad in a Brahmana, he says. So beautiful. So how many we have seen so far? 12. Then Yaksha Uvacha Kim Kshatriyanam Devatvam Kascha Dharmas Satamiva Kaschaisham Manusho Bhavaha Kimesham Asatamiva. Now, same question related to Kshatriyas now. Now tell me, Yaksha Uvacha, Yaksha said, asked a question now. Now, what is the question asked by Yaksha? What constitutes Daivatvam, the divinity in Kshatriyas? Kim Kshatriyanam Devatvam Kascha Dharmas Satamiva. And another question is Satamiva Kascha Dharmaha. What is their right conduct or good conduct similar to that of good people? If Kshatriya does that, then he is a good Kshatriya. Then Kaschaisham Manusho Bhavaha. What is their human attribute? Manusha Bhava in Kshatriyas also. Kimesham Asatamiva. And what is their conduct that is equal to that of bad in the society? Beautiful. Now this answer is given by Yudhishthira. Yudhishthira Uvacha. What is that? Ishvasramesham Devatvam Yajna Esham Satamiva Bhayam Vai Manusho Bhavaha Parityago Satamiva. Now, Yudhishthira answers that arrows and weapons, all these things constitute the divinity in a Kshatriya. Daivatvam. Why? Because a Kshatriya is one who is supposed to protect. That we will see now. So, what is the excellence in a king? His own prowess, his own weapons, his availability. That is called Daivatvam in a Kshatriya. Kascha Kim Kshat, what is that? Ishveshamam Daivatvam Yajna Esham Satamiva. So, here, if a king has excellent quality of possessing all kinds of weapons, ever ready to fight for the noble cause, that is called Daivatvam in him. First answer. And second one is, Yajnas and Yagas are their good qualities. Second answer. Yajna Esham Satamiva. If a Raja is performing Yajna Yaga Karmas, then they are called very good qualities of a king. Not only ritual form of it, not only ritual, but also any cooperative endeavor. A cooperative endeavor means what? In a modern parlance, who is a good king or a politician? One who integrates the nation. One who integrates the society. And unfortunately, our politicians, what they do? They divide the society. Disintegrate the society. Now I am not joking. Most of the society clashes about to burst out in towns and small villages. Do you know who are the people who try to integrate, bringing all sections of people together? Police department. They are the ones who bring all the parties to police station and try to get some kind of adjustment, understanding without FIR. Please understand, please. They are the ones who do this duty. If you don't know, please believe me. They don't want cases to pile up. And every sub-inspector you take at a station in charge, or circle inspector of a circle in charge, or a deputy superintendent of police, or superintendent of police, all the while they only one attempt is, they don't want, they said wherever the clashes are there between two sections of people, they go and try to get samjhauta, their understanding, and somehow they dissolve it. And interesting, who initiated that kind of a fight and all? Politicians. And when you are arresting gundas, who will come into picture? Politicians. उनको क्यों जेल में डाला? वो अच्छा आदमी है, छोड़ दो, मेरा आदमी है. You don't know, perhaps. I am very closely associated, not with a thief. But there are so many IPS officers, police officers are best friends. I spend a lot of time in police station also, along with them, studying cases and discussing cases with them. So it gives very tremendous knowledge. The way they try to integrate. A decent sub-inspector is there, a circle inspector is there. They are the ones who integrate. Because that entire department is also kshatra bhava they have to show. They have weapons also, that is called divinity in them, and they have to integrate, that is their yajna. That's why if a city is, a town is peaceful, credit goes to superintendent or the particular police station in charge or something like that. So the kshatriyas, the rulers, are supposed to integrate the society. That's called yajna here. And sacrifices. So their good qualities are. So Aśvamedhika yajna you take in more in ancient language, or Rajasuya yajna. And they have to encourage those kind of activities in society. Good activities. So that is the beauty thing. The third question is, Kaschaisham manusho bhavaha, and bhayam vai manusho bhavaha. Yudhishthira replied, what is that manusho bhavaha? Bhayam in kshatriya, the fear in a kshatriya, that he may die, he may lose kingdom, he may lose his name and fame, or some enemy may attack, or he may lose the war, in the war. So this is the weakness in a kshatriya. So Daivatvam is holding weapons, goodness is trying to integrate, and Manusha Bhava is what? Fear. And Brahmana has no fear. So beauty. Brahmana's Manusha Bhava is only confined to body level. Think. Because he is already detached from physical body. The body only falls. Otherwise everything is divine, and there is no fear in Brahmana. A Rishi, a seeker of truth, who had already advanced something, at least who has transcended the identification of the body. Such a person is not scared. So what is the Manusha Bhava in them? Brahmana's body, or death only, mortality. So at the physical level there is a Manusha Bhava. Internally there is no Manusha Bhava in them. In the case of Kshatriyas, fear is there. Emotional, mind is scared there. And third one is over. Fourth one what? Kimesham asatam iva. And what is asatam iva? That is, what is that quality in them, conduct in them, similar to that of bad? The answer is so wonderful that parityago asatam iva. Parityagaha. Parityaga means, now for example, some king is the one who should not refuse anyone who had come to his refuge. Whoever has taken his refuge, he cannot parityaga. He cannot give up, the person. Anybody knocking the door of a king, king should try to do justice and solve the problem. He cannot shut the door. If a king is not listening to the sorrows of an individual or society or a town or society, community, then it is a bad quality in a king. That's why you take Ramachandra's life or Yudhishthira's life, great lives of the great kings, they never shut anybody. They never shut the doors of their own palace. When anybody knocking, their doors are always open. They don't need to walk also. They used to go walk in and directly ask the king. So what is that? If a king is failed to protect the citizens, the country, the people of the country, if a king is not able to protect, that is a dark spot in the king's nature or in the king himself. So word Kshatriya is wonderfully interpreted by Kalidasa in Raghuvamsa. Who is Kshatriya? Kshatat kilat rayata ityadugraha kshatrasya shabdo bhavaneshu rodaha. He says, Kshatat kila indeed, trayata. Kshatat means, akshata means, not broken. Kshatat means one who protects one from anybody from injury. So, society or the country should not be subjected to any kinds of injury, and that is the goal of a king. So, he should not give up causing injury to society or to the individuals. So Yudhishthira says, protection of those people who sought refuge is the greatest duty of the Kshatriya. That is beautiful. And otherwise, if parityaga is such a worst bad quality in him or such kind of a king. Good, no? Shall we go ahead? Yakshauvacha. Then. That is sloka number 53. Yes. Kimekam yajniyam sama, kimekam yajniyam yajuhu, kachaisham vrunute yajnam, kam yajnyo nati vartate. No, Yaksha said, Kim ekam yajniyam sama. Now listen very carefully. This is all technical question. We will see as best as we can. Yaksha asked, what is the sama? Kim yajniyam sama. Sama, which is beneficial for the sacrifice. In yajna mein, no sama is there. What is sama? We'll see now, all these things we see. So what is a sama? Sama, yaju, ruk, yaju, sama, all those things. So what is sama, which is beneficial for the sacrifice? Then kimekam yajniyam yajuhu. And what is a yajus, which is beneficial to yajna? And kacha esham runate yajnam. Which among them is chosen for the yajna itself? In among ruk, yaju, sama, etc. What is which is chosen for the yajna itself? And kam yajnyo na ativartate. What is that which the sacrifice cannot be without anything? What is that without which a sacrifice cannot be? That is the thing. 4 questions. Now let us see. Yudhishthira answered. We analyze again. Yudhishthira said, Yudhishthira uvacha prano vai yajniyam sama mano vai yajniyam yajuhu rugeka vrunute yajnam tam yajnyo nati vartate. Now, first question was what? What is the sama? Kim ekam yajniyam sama, which is beneficial or used or in sama, in the sacrifice. Now here, all the questions The 4 questions of Yaksha and the answers of Yudhishthiraji are connected with Yajna only, with Yajna as per the Vedic traditions. So Yajna Sambandhita Prashna and Yajna Sambandhita Uttara, answers also. Now, normally let us see about something about Yajna. When a Yajna is done, in fact, it's a big subject which we may not go into all details. For more details, you must read 3rd chapter of Gurudev's commentary, where Yajna, not only in the past how it was conducted, but in modern parlance how it is to be interpreted. Because Yajna is going on. So what is Yajna? All that is given. Now, in Yajna, whenever you perform Yajna, there are 3 sets of Ritviks or priests. 3 sets, 3 type of people. 3 sets of people depending upon Yajna. Normally one or other, so many Ritviks will be there. They are the ones who officiate the Yajna, who see, who monitor, who preside over the Yajna Kriya. Yajna Karma it is. Who are they? They are called Hota, Adhvaryu and Udgata. 3 main. Brahma is there, he is only supervises. So Brahma we are not bringing into picture. Officiating these 3 are involved in Yajna Karma. There is a Brahma. Brahma means one who sits there, just observes. And he only nods. Bhagavan Shankaracharya says, Om, about Omkara Upasana we saw in Taittiriya Upanishad. When somebody refers to Brahma, whether in Homakriya is it correct or not, he nods, O. Forgot. Taittiriya Upanishad. So he replies, O. हम ऐसा करने जा रहा है. He nods and gives permission, saying, O. So there are 3. Hota, Adhvaryu, Udgata. And Brahma is the 4th one, but he is a presiding. He is not involved in Yajna Karma as such. But he is there. Hota is the one who is a Hota. Hota is the one who recites the Rik mantras, Rigveda mantras. He is the one who chants Rik mantras, invoking respective devatas in the sacrifice. So he chants Rik mantras and he invokes the respective devatas. Suppose Indra to be invoked, first Indra is invoked, Indra is welcomed, then Indra is given ahuti, then Indra is given send off. Varuna is invoked, Varuna is invited, Varuna is given ahuti, then Varuna is given send off. Broadly I am telling you. So Avahanam, of course asana etc. Then again ahuti, then they go back. They take their bhaga, yajna bhaga and goes away. That is how the yajna is done, conducted. So for which respective mantras are there. And these priests, hotas, are those who have their own nishtha. Their mantras are pronounced perfectly, with perfect intonation, focusing their mind on Devata, because of their purity of mind and intellect, and their earlier sadhanas, when as soon as they chant the mantra, the Devata become Pratyaksha. So Hota is the one now. And these Ruk mantras which are recited, they are also called as Shastra. Shastra. Shastra means Ruk mantras. That is one meaning, one another asana. Now, who is Adhvaryu? Adhvaryu is a person who is concerned with the procedure in the sacrifice. The procedure, vidhi. Sutras are there. Karma sutras are there. Each sutra indicates the procedure. So the vidhi also has to be done. So the adhvaryu is the one who is in charge and concerned with the procedure of the sacrifice. Especially any homa, during homa, other oblation in the fire. So he is the one. No, ऐसा पकड़ना है, ऐसा घुमाना है, ऐसा चलना है, इतना लेना है. This should be like this. This should be like this. Everywhere there is a vidhi, including the construction of the yajna mandap or yajna, what do you call this place, kunda. That also a number of bricks are there. So everything is meticulous. So this adhvaryu is in charge. And while doing this procedure, this adhvaryu recites the Brahmana mantras, mantras from Brahmana portion, mantras in connection with that. Some Brahmana mantras are there, so he chants. Now Udgata is the person who sings the Sama, Samaganam, Samaveda, Sama mantras. These Sama mantras, when he sings, they are all actually in praise of the gods. So this Udgata, Gata, Gana वहीं पे है ना, वो तो गाता है. Udgata. So he sings the Sama, and all the three are necessary for the performance of yajna. Now this yajna, this question, what is Sama, what is Yajus, these are very technical terms. Unless we understand this, the vidhi, we cannot answer. So now, in Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, it comes, it asks a upasaka. Upasanas are given in Upanishads. A upasaka is told, or a person is asked to, in meditation, is asked to think in meditation, think of what? Ruk mantras. Ruk means ucharana is required. So Ruk is walk or speech. Ruk mantras are to be chanted. So it is related to speech. So they ask it to think, in Brihadaranyaka Upanishad it comes. A person is asked to meditate or to think of Ruk mantras as walk or speech, number one. Yajur mantras is asked to think, meditate upon Yajus as mind, manas. So Ruk is walk, speech, Yajuhu is manaha, and there the Sama mantras, the person Upasaka is asked to think on Sama mantras, contemplate on Sama as prana, because Ganam is associated with the pranam. We have seen also, when we are talking or singing, there is a first nada is generated. On that nada only, when the air is pumped out continuously and the tongue is twisted, then the music comes out. Therefore, nada upasana, that is prana. One who has not lung power cannot have a dirgha, raga, tala and all that. Think. So singers, that's why singers are always have tremendous lung power in being chanting long. So now what is the answer now? What is Sama here? So Yudhishthira says that prana or the vital energy, the Sama, Gana, is the answer he had given. That means how much knowledge Yudhishthira must have, entire Karma Kanda, Jnana Kanda, Dharma Shastras. If he doesn't have, He can't answer Yaksha. So therefore, he answered Samaganam. He answered is what? Yudhishthira said, Prana or the vital energy. Kimekam yajñam prano vai yajñam sama mano vai yajñam yajuhu. Prano vai yajñam sama. Indeed, prana is sama. Beautiful. So sama is none other than prana. Because sama depends on what? Swara, and swara depends on prana. Therefore, it is therefore now clear why a upasaka is asked to look upon sama mantras as prana. Now see, what is the first question? Kim ekam yajñam sama. What is the answer? Prano vai yajñam sama. Prana is sama here. Second one, Kim ekam yajñam yajuhu. Mano vai yajñam yajuhu. No, Prodhantam already we saw. He is asked to think upon yajus as manas, mind. Now why? Because what is yajur mantras? To follow the procedures of yajna strictly, Brahmana yajur mantras, strictly two things are required. What are the things? Very wonderful. A thinking mind, because as per sankalpa, as per the requirement, which are the procedures to be adopted, which procedure need not be adopted, which can be avoided, which should not be avoided. So many things are there. So thinking mind and also excellent memory power is required. Otherwise, yajur mantras, this kind of second priest cannot think about it. So what is yajus is? Yajus he replied as mano vai yajñam yajuhu. So yajur mantras depend on mind, means your buddhi also included. That is, one should be alert. One should not forget mantras. One should not refer books in between. That is not a very perfect method. Forgetfulness or referring books. और कभी कभी हमारा एक किताब में अखंडानंद महाराज कहते हैं कि एक बड़ा यज्ञ कर्म हो रहा था, स्वामी जी बैठ गए वहां पे और बिना संकल्प कर्म का आरंभ हो गया. And without sankalpa, karma it becomes ineffective. That is a karma kanda vidhi. Just as most of us also, many times, we start puja, we forget to light the lamp. Think. To light the lamp, there is no lamp. लैंप लाके आया, देन बजा तेल कहाँ है? तो तेल गया, फिर तेल के लिए उठा, फिर बत्ती क्या है? बत्ती के लिए उठा, मैच बॉक्स है, मैच बॉक्स के लिए उठा. Such people cannot do any work, because avahana mantras, tantras, vidhi, so many things you are practicing, you should be alert. Therefore, yajño vai, mano vai, yajñam yajuhu. Very wonderful. Now, Ruk eka vrunate yajñam. Now, Ruk is necessary. Third answer. What is that? Kacha yesham vrunate yajñam. So that question, for that question, it is which among them is chosen for the yajna himself? Ruk eka. Ruk is necessary. Very most important thing is Ruk. Why? Ruk mantras, we have already seen, they are necessary to invoke gods. If the gods themselves are not responding, then what is the use of yajna? Samagri, yajna samagri is brought. Everything is made for yajna. And you don't know the mantra to invoke the god there. So what is the use? Therefore, Rik is necessary to invoke gods like Indra, Varuna, Agni, everybody. Therefore, Ruk alone forms the effective part of yajna, is Rik. That's what Yudhishthira replied. Most important key is Rik. Just as what is the key in the vehicle? Important thing, petrol. So that's the important thing. And then again, kam yajñona ativartate. Now, he says, what is that without which yajna is impossible? That's the meaning. Now, that which you cannot, a sacrifice cannot exist without that. Yudhishthira says, ruk alone. Yajñona ativartate. What is that? What do you call tam yajño? Tam yajna means whatever the yajna is necessary, that alone is again necessary, without which yajna is not possible. That which cannot be ativartate, cannot be transgressed. Why? Because what is ruk here? Ruk is taken as speech, we have seen already. So without speech, yajna is impossible. So that alone is important, means ruk and mantra is important, and speech, that alone is necessary part, and therefore vak or speech chooses the yajna for its own. That's why in Veda Pandit, the swara, that should not be squeaking voice, cracking voice. There should be gambhira. When you are chanting Veda, they should be, the kanta dhvani should be like a gantharavam. Thang. So that is how Yudhishthira answered these 4 questions. Next one. Yaksha asked, what is that now? Again you see. Yaksha uvacha kim svidavapatam sreshtham kim svid nivapatam varam kim svid pratishthamananam kim svid prasavatam varam. Very good. Now, kim svid avapatam sreshtham. Avapatam means among showerings. What is the best among those that shower? Shower. Many things can shower. Flowers can be showered. Mitti also can be showered on our head. Some things are showered. Blessings are showered. We say grace is showered. But here dharma is a dharma kshetra. Is now to question and answer on based on dharma. Therefore, kimsvid avapatam sreshtham. What is the best among those that shower? First one. Kimsvid nivapatam varam. Nivapatam, what is the foremost or the best among those things which are put in the ground, into the ground, which are sown into the ground? And the third one is kimsvit pratishthamananam. And pratishthamananam means 4-legged animals, quadrupeds. They are more stable. Pratishthamananam meaning physically 4 legs are there. So, what is the best among those 4-legged animals? And kimsvit prasavatam varam. And what is the prasavatam? Prasavana means begotten. So, what is the best among those that are begotten? Delivered. Prasava. Prasavatam varam. Prasavanam. Delivered. What is the best thing? Now, Yudhishthira uvacha Aśvamedhika sreshtham bijam nivapatam varam gava pratima pratishthamananam putra prasavatam varaha. He says, Aśvamedhika sreshtham. The rain is the best among those that shower. Beautiful things. You know what is the beauty of the rain? You know, without rain, there cannot be any life on the planet among showerings. And Therefore, rain is considered as a great blessing. Because of rains only seeds are produced and then cultivation takes place, then Anna is generated. So many things. But the rain is important here. So among the showering things, Yudhishthira says rain is more important. That in third chapter also we say, Anna tavanti bhutani parjanyad anna sambhavaha. Yajnat bhavati parjanyo, all those things. Now, second one, he says, Bijam nivapatamvaram. Seeds are foremost among those things which are sown or put into the ground, because dead body also can be buried, but it is not shrestha. Anything you put it, anything in the place, in the earth you place it, they don't multiply except the seed. Think about it. A पत्थर अंदर, पत्थर से पत्थर का पेड़ नहीं निकलता है. कोई मर गया, मुर्दा को अंदर रख दिया, buried, nothing will come out. सोना लगा दिया, सोना का पेड़ थोड़ी निकलता है. चांदी के पेड़ थोड़ी निकलता है. कुछ भी निकलता नहीं except the seed. Think. Wonderful. Because whatever you place invest in the earth, it comes back to you in multiplied. It multiplies and comes back to you. अच्छा बाबा, मैं तो किसी को मर गया, उसको बरी कर दिया, ऐसे one dead bodies will come out. Dead body paid. भयंकर है. Imagine, it will come out. Cartoon show. So, among those that are sowed into the earth, Yudhishthira says, seeds are foremost, the best. Now, Gava pratishthamananam, kim svit pratishthamananam. What is the best among the four-legged animals? Answer is Gavaha, cow. Is the one animal, because why? Cow is the one animal where all gods reside in the cow. All gods. There is no exaggeration in it. I remember Gurudev spoke for 45 minutes on cow and bull. Only on cow and bull. Lecture on cow and bull. Not that a cow has 4 legs and 2 ears and all, not that way. I attended that talk. It was, if I remember correctly, it is in the year 1987. Beautiful talk. Still that I remember that 45 minutes on cow and bull. And the bull cannot come without cow. And the cow is the... So, everything of the cow products are used, is it not? And cow is the one again supplies bulls. Bull again required for agriculture. So here he says, among the four-legged animals, cow is the shreshtham, atyanta sattvikam. It is sattvic animal. Good. Today now halat kharab hai. Very sad. But cow is, and we have seen also 23 chapters are dedicated in Anuśāsana parva on cow. To cow, to Gai, 23 chapters in Mahābhārata. all about cow, why cow was conceived as an animal in the universe, why it was created, what is its necessity. एक महात्मा है, अभी नहीं है, ग्रेट महायोगी, used to appear and disappear everywhere. इनका आश्रम में गया, somewhere near after Gorakhpur crossing Gorakhpur. He is not there, that Mahatma. He never used to, hall में he constructed a small 4 kamba, that is which from the trees, and he put a platform on the wooden plank, and on that small hut उसमें बैठ जाते हैं लोग, इसी से देखे दर्शन करने जाना बस. And there they put a board, a great statement, a paragraph by him about cow. He said, आप लोग कुछ नहीं करना, just respect cows, everything, planet destiny will change, he said. Destiny of the planet would change, he says. कुछ नहीं करना, गाय और cow का पालन, गोपालन. Big statement with reason and all. What is Gaya? So now, then among those, Kimsvit Prasavatamvaram, Putraha Prasavatamvaram, son is the foremost. Why? Son is, who is Putraha? Punnama Naraka Trayate iti Putraha. Punnama, this Punnama Naraka is there. From all those Narakas, hell, son protects or saves us. And morning also we say, Prajacha, Prajanascha, Prajatischa, Swadhyaya, Pravachanacha, Prajacha Swadhyaya, Pravachanacha, Prajanascha Swadhyaya, Pravachanacha, Prajatischa Swadhyaya, Pravachanacha. And also, Acharyaya Priyam Dhanamahritya Prajatandum Vyavachetsi. Bhagavan Shankaracharya said, Anutpadjamane Putre api, even if son is not born, one should put efforts to procure a son, he said in the morning. Morning only we son. So son is important. So among all those who are begotten, he says son is Sreshtham. That is how he is answering. Next shloka, 57. Yaksha Uvacha. How many you have seen so far? 24? ठीक है, 24 और बहुत काफी है. Now, यक्ष उवाच इंद्रियार्थान अनुभवन बुद्धिमान लोकपूजितः सम्मतः सर्वभूतानां उच्छवसन को न जीवति. उच्छवसन को न जीवति. He says, this is one question only, not 4. One shloka, one question only asked. He says, Indriyarthan anubhavan buddhiman lokapujitaha sammatah sarvabhutanam uchvasan ko na jivati. Now one person is there, imagine a person is there, and Indriyarthan anubhavan, he is enjoying all kinds of objects. Everything is like living happily. Indriyarthan anubhavan. Buddhiman, and is wise. It's not that he's a fool. He's a wise person. He knows what to experience, what not to experience. Buddhiman. And lokapujitaha. He is worshipped by the world, respected by the world. और क्या चाहिए आपको? He is enjoying the senses, sense objects, number 1. Then Buddhiman is wise, respected, lokapujitaha, by the world. Sammataha sarvabhutana, and not only respected, he is accepted by all beings around. Oh God. Acha hai na? A person is, imagine, he is enjoying his life happily, he is wise, He is loka pujitaha, worshipped by, respected by everybody. Not only mere respect, accepted. Sammataha sarvabhutanam uchvasan kona jivati. He is living. Api is not living, is equal to dead. Even though such a man is living, even though he is breathing, uchvasan means breathing, even though he is breathing, na jivati, he is not equal to a person who is living, he is equal to dead man only. Hi Bapre, itna acha hai na? All sadgunas are there in him. Maybe we all come under that category. Chota chota mota. We are happy. Khana pina, nasta sab ho raha hai. Mast, no problem. बुद्धिमान इतना तो अकल तो आई ही. लोक पूजित है. लोक माने कम से कम परिवार तो नमस्कार करते हैं ना. कभी तो रोड पर भी संभाल लो, वॉचमैन कम से कम रेस्पेक्ट देते हैं. ठीक है, बहुत हो गया. सम्मतः सर्वभूतानाम, ऑल बीइंग्स एक्सेप्ट ना अस. मीनिंग बात तो मान लेते हैं ना. वॉट एवर रीजन दे एक्सेप्ट नो. कभी कभी रिस्पेक्ट ठीक है. उच्चवसन, ब्रीदिंग तो फर्स्ट क्लास, नो अस्थमा, बट न जीवति, नॉट लिविंग. ये क्या है? युधिष्ठिर उवाच देवतातिथि वृत्त्यानां पितॄणाम् आत्मनश्च यः न निर्वपति पंचानाम् उच्छ्वसन् न सजीवति. One answer is, one who is not doing pancha mahayajnas, even though he is wise, respected, accepted by everybody and enjoying all the sense objects, though he is breathing, is equal to dead. Now what are the pancha mahayajnas now? Deva yajna, pitru yajna, all those things are there now. Devata atitihi brutyanam pitrunam atmanaschayaha na nirvapati panchanam uchvasan na sajivati. A person who is not offering, who does not offer anything to all these five people. Who are they? Gods, guests, servants, pitrus and himself. हमारे एजेंडा में इन लोगों के प्रति कुछ भी नहीं है. मजेदार है. Gods, we never even respect or revere or प्रेम से कभी भी उठ के भगवान सूर्य नारायण, यू आर वर्किंग, नमस्कार आपको. त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वामेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्म वदिष्यामि. नमस्ते वायो. शन्नो मित्रशं वरुणः शन्नो भवत्वर्यमा शन्न इंद्रो बृहस्पतिः शन्नो विष्णुरुक्रमः नमो ब्रह्मणे. For us, gods don't exist. देवान् भावयतानेन ते देवा भावयन्तु वः परस्परं भावयन्तः श्रेयः परमवाप्स्यथ. You cherish gods, gods cherish you, mutually cherishing each other. Enjoy the prosperity wherever you are. No. Most of us then in that case, how many of us are doing this Deva Yajna? At least Tarpana, some kind of Namaskar at least. Thanks to all Devatas. Number one. Guess, Atithi. आजकल ना कलयुग में they don't even open the door completely. क्या चाहिए आपको? That was 10 years back. Now that also is closed. Small hole will be there, and you will see the other person. And कौन है? अब कोई ले जाओ, आप तो है ना? है? बकवास करते हैं ऐसा? और कोई नहीं है बोलते. बड़ों से कैसे बात करना पता नहीं क्या आपको? अच्छा, अतिथि से कैसे बात करना आपको पता है? Anyway, even if your walk comes in, you are always seeing the wall clock. अच्छा अच्छा बोलिए, कोई बात नहीं. Indicating that when he will go. Atithi also we don't take care. ठीक है. Servants, my God, worst relationship with servants. Don't say servants. आजकल you don't talk about what their dharma is towards you. I am talking about your dharma towards servants. The equation should be very clear. No, if I am cheated by them, doesn't matter. By following dharma, you died under by servant. Then you go to heaven only, like Yuddha Bhumi. ठीक है, क्या करना है? You will have no. Honestly, some servant has come and cheated you, looted you. Anyway, towards servants, our behavior, our cruelty. Pitrus, we don't even give proper food once in a year. We don't even remember them. Pitrus. Then himself, सबको छोड़ो, कम से कम अपने आप के कुशलान्न प्रमदितव्यम, protect yourself, that also is not there. Not physical protection. Protect yourself dharma, through dharma. आप अपना शरीर छोड़ने के बाद start laying the path after death from now onwards. That's why one of the Tibetan books, the definition is given. What is life? Life is constant preparation for death. And in the textbook, they gave techniques of self-withdrawal. In the sense, when you know that death is about to come and you are aware, the book speaks about how not to lose your consciousness, how to be awake and consciously withdraw. That is sadhana given in one of the Tibetan books. So, he is the person who is not. Now here, some important things we will see. In Manusmriti, 3rd chapter, 72nd shloka, contains same thought as given by Yudhishthira, that Pancha Mahayajñas are important. These are called as Mahayajñas by Manu, not ordinary yajñas, Mahayajñas. And Manu says, the body of man becomes fit for the attainment of spirituality or the awareness of Brahman by the performance of these Mahayajñas. The body becomes fit for sadhana. Mahayajñaihi yajñaischa brahmiyam kriyate tanuhu, he says. And Mahayajñas are what? Pancha yajñas. And these are separate from Shrauta yajñas, which are called yajñas. Other yajñas are different. Mahayajñas are different. And these Pancha Mahayajñas, if it is taught in schools and colleges in the form of your debts towards all these people, then society can. Therefore, he says, these Pancha Mahayajñas cover the entire gamut of man's duties in a civilized society. Beautiful. All duties are covered. And there is also authority in the Veda for these 5 Mahayajñas. In Taittiriya Aranyaka, 2nd Prashna, it says, Panchavayeta Mahayajñete Mahayajñaha Satate Pratayante Satate Santishtante Deva Yajñaha Pitru Yajñaha Bhuta Yajño Manusya Yajño Brahma Yajña Iti. In Taittiriya Aranyaka also, Prashna also it comes. So what is yajna? Yajna means worship. Yajadhatu, to mean worship. So I worship all these people. And Bhagavad Gita also, in 4th chapter, 12 yajnas are mentioned. Is it not? From 24th, 30th sloka. Dravya yajna, Swadhyaya yajna, Japa yajna, Tapo yajna, so many yajnas are there. Jnana yajna, Brahma yajna, all these yajnas are. So Yudhishthira says, first one is that this only one question, one answer was given. A person, even though he is enjoying his life, he says, I am getting whatever I want, good salary, I am getting. You are wise, you are intelligent also, respected by society because you are Amir Admi, you are not intelligent or research body, somebody. People also accept you. You are happily breathing, you are living, but actually you are not living. Who? The one who is not showing towards, not performing these Mahayajnas, Pancha Mahayajnas. That's how Yudhishthira answered his question. Now, next one. Thak gaye aap? Thak gaye? अब लोग है ना बहुत अजीब लोग है रियली स्पीकिंग. जो कहानी चलते हैं ना, वो कहानी के बाद कहानी, कुछ सार तो आता ही नहीं. जब सार आ गए तो सार के बाद सार, कुछ कहानी आगे बढ़ते नहीं. फनी पीपल. ठीक है. हाय राम, और कितना हुआ? 25-26 हुआ होगा. 25 हुआ. हाय 100 है और बाप रे, ये हमारा दिमाग खाएंगे. भगवान कब खत्म होगा वना पर्वत? ठीक है. Now, or should I read and go? Better. Should I read and go? Question, answer, question, answer. Not English. मूल. मजा आएगा. Now, Yudhishthira was over now. Yaksha uvacha, 59th shloka. He says, Kim svit gurutaram bhumehe, Kim svit uchchataram chakhat, Kim svit shighataram vayoho, Kim svit bahutaram trunat. Beautiful. He says, Kim svit gurutaram bhumehe. What is weightier, heavier than the earth itself? पृथ्वी से भी भारी वस्तु क्या है? ग्रेटर और हेवियर. एंड व्हाट इज किमस्वित उच्चतरम चकात, मीनिंग खा मीन्स आकाश. सो आकाश से भी परे और बियॉन्ड हेवेंस, ग्रेटर देन हेवेंस, हायर देन द स्काई और हेवेंस. व्हाट इज दैट? एंड यू नो व्हाट इज स्विफ्टर देन द विंड? माइंड. One or two Yaksha Prashnas are very popular. What is faster than the wind? Mind. And what is the most Ascharya in the world? People, even though they are living and seeing others' death, they feel that they will not die. These two are very popular. Yajna, Yajus, बाबा बहुत गंभीर है तो छोड़ दो उसका. रुक को ये जो बहुत मुश्किल है. पंचमहायज्ञ वो भी मुश्किल है, छोड़ देना. आसान है का जो बताइए याद रखेंगे. अच्छा, ठीक है. एंड he says, and what is more numerous than grass? How many grass is there? Must be grass, each grass, we don't know. More number, numerous than grass. What is that? Then Yudhishthira uvacha mata gurutara bhumehe kat pitocchataраstatha manas shighataram vatat चिंता बहुतरी तृणात. Now, माता गुरुतरा भूमेः. Now, Prithvi Devi actually sustains us and nourishes us. But answer is, mother is greater or heavier than the earth itself. Whose mother? One's mother. One's own mother. So one Swami is there. He always jokes on Gita Shloka. Samprekshyanasikagram swam. Meaning, Concentrate on the tip of the nose. Whose nose? Your nose. Swam nasikagram, not others' nose. भगवान ने कहा concentrate others' nose. किसी को रोज रोज एक एक बिठा के बैठ जाओ, क्या है तेरा तो भगवान कृष्णा थॉट लोग गलत समझेंगे, गड़बड़ हो जाएगा. Everybody, somebody will come. Sit before me. What are you doing? No, I will concentrate on the nose. Whose nose? On your tip of your nose. So, sampreksha nasika gram, swam nasika gram. Better you concentrate your own. So, kiska mother? Your mother is heavier than Prithvi. So beautiful. Why? Because this Prithvi, though we call Bhūmata has not solving or caring us individually, taking care of individual needs. As a samashti, she is protecting us, sustaining us, nourishing us, full stop. Prithvi and the people around us, she is equal to everybody. She is not curious about each and every child's requirements. But mother knows which child is Bevakoof, which child is Pagal, which child is useless, which child is unusable. Mother knows. So, mother treats each child and provides different things to different children, her children, according to their needs and tastes, and intelligently she provides. Therefore, mother is greater than the earth. Beautiful. Now, sky showers rain, no problem. But answer is, one's father is higher than the heaven. Greater than the sky is father. Why? Because father confers greater benefits on his son. Not only giving property, but lot of things is there. Who gives Gayatri Upadesha? Father. Think. So Upadesha is given by father only. And the child grows, is independent. Whatever the property he has belongs to son only again. So not only jnana he gives, wisdom he gives, not only he trains, but also he gives his own property, wealth, everything he gives. Rain, the sky only showers rain, but this man rains everything. So, Yudhishthira says, father is greater. And third is, mind is swifter or faster or fleeter than the wind. Vayoriva sudushkaram. He says, no, chanchalam himana krishna pramati balavadrudam tasyaham nigraham manye vayoriva sudushkaram. Ye Krishna, mind is chanchal. But how to control? Pramathi, it is powerful. Balavat, violent. Pramathi, balavat, powerful. Dhrudam, obstinate. Such kind of a mind, how am I supposed to control? Yoga chitta vritti nirodha. So, therefore, mind is faster than the wind. Then what is the fourth question? Numerous, even than the grass. Kimsvit bahutaram trunat. Wonderful answer. What is the answer? Chinta. Chinta, worries, thoughts are more than the grass on the earth. not in your compound. In your compound, Swamiji, इसलिए we don't have any grass. I don't allow it to grow. We have very good flooring, mobile mosaic flooring. No grass, single grass you will not find. Okay? That is why I am also careful in talking. It is a grass on earth. More than the grass on earth is our chinta. Chinta aparimeyam. Gita says no. Aparimita, unlimited worries we have. But each worry is a packet of 1 crore thoughts. For example, we say, अच्छा आपकी चिंता किसके बारे में? मेरे पुत्र के बारे में. अच्छा, जरा पैकेट तो खोलो तो सही. बस, स्वामी जी क्या कहूं, वो तो उठता नहीं समय पर, शुरू खाता नहीं, बात करता नहीं, बात मानता नहीं, स्कूल जाता नहीं, पढ़ता नहीं, सबसे लड़ता है, परेशानी करता है, पापा के पॉकेट से पैसा लेके जाता है, खर्चा के लिए जब जेते हैं वापस लौटता नहीं और बताता नहीं कितना खर्च किया, शराब पीता है, रात को देरी आता है, ठीक समय पर सोता नहीं, सोने हमको भी सोने नहीं देता है, रात भर टीवी देखता है, आवाज़ तो बढ़ाता है, नेबर बोले भी तंग हमको करते हैं उनके वजह से, पता नहीं क्या. ये वो पुत्र का एक पेटी खोला, तो शादी हो गई, बहू के साथ घूमता है, हमसे बताता नहीं. इसका एक पुत्र का एक खोला, एक पेटी. ये कौन सा पेटी? पुत्र. खोलो, फाउंटेन वेलकम. अच्छा, दूसरी बात है, बस बोल रहे. अम्मा बोल रहे, कह रही बस. नहीं, फॉर माई एंटरटेनमेंट. दूसरी बात है, घर. बस, घर का डब्बा खोला, घर पुराना हो गया है, दीवार ठीक से नहीं है, पेंट करना है, फ्लोरिंग भी ठीक नहीं है, बगल वाले तड़ातड़ मारते हैं, ऊपर वाले भी डांस करते हैं, नीचे वाले परेशान करते हैं, ऊपर का पानी हमारा कमरे में आता है, उससे लीक होता है, पैसा नहीं है बदलने के लिए, अंदर का ठीक नहीं है, पता नहीं कैसा संभालना है, नौकरानी आती नहीं. एंड सारे बर्तन पड़े रहते हैं, कड़े धोना है. राम. सब्जी मंडी दूर है, सब्जी वाला आता नहीं आजकल. आता भी मैं तो सबसे ऊपर फ्लोर में हूँ, मैं जब तक बाहर आके निकलता हूँ वो चला जाता है. आए राम. नेक्स्ट पेटी, नाउ क्लोज घर. थर्ड पेटी, ऐसा एक पेटी खोला. चलो ठीक है, बस अपने बारे में स्वास्थ्य खोलो. बाप रे, भूख लगती नहीं, कभी लगता, जब लगती है जब हम खाते हैं, खाने के बाद हजम होते नहीं. हाय राम, चिंताम अपरिमेयम्. एक पेटी खोला ना, 1 crore thoughts in it. Wholesale department. So there are numerous, more than the grass on earth. Hi Ram, thoughts are more numerous than on the earth. Thus we have concluded for today. कितने हैं? जो भी हैं आप गिन लेना. But I remember किंस्वित् बहुतरम तृणात्. That is चिंता बहुतरी तृणात्. Chinta, that is 60th shloka is over. So tomorrow we will meet evening for continuation. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Śānti Śānti Śānti. Harihi Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om Sadgurunath Maharaj Ki